Stop settling. When a situation shows you once or a person shows you once how they're going to act or how it's about, you step. Because you know what you are meant for. You are a king or a queen, therefore you need king and queen standards. As soon as you start operating like that and stop operating from lack, when you're like, oh no, I don't deserve basic decency. Guess what? I deserve even more. I deserve to be treated like royalty because that is what I am. I am a god or a goddess, so I am going to get that treatment. As soon as you start thinking that and brainwashing yourself that way, the universe acts like a mirror, okay? Scientific fact, energies, frequency. It runs off of frequencies. Fact, look it up. As soon as you start thinking a certain way, the universe is going to be like, oh, they have certain standards. Give it to them. Welcome back. Okay, we're diving right in. I don't even know where to start. There's so much to be said. Okay, so basically, I'm going to start with how to catapult living into your dream life. How to receive your dream life like that. And you guys, what's really important about doing what makes you happy and giving yourself honor and justice? Let me break this down for you, okay? You don't know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. Life is so sacred. It's very sacred, and life goes by fast. You don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to be here within the next 2 hours. Now, when I say that, it's not to cause a panic and be like, oh, no. It's using your time wisely. It's saying, well, okay, I'm only given one shot at life. What do I want to do with it? Who do I want to be? What do I want my environment to consist of? And my loves, let me tell you something, okay? For you to actually start living your dream life, you have to see which situations and people are meant to be around you and which aren't. And let me save you the trouble. Have you ever had an experience where you really didn't fuck with somebody or a situation and your soul's trying to tell you? What I talked about in another episode. Your soul talks to you through your feelings, okay? If you're sad about something, that's misalignment. If you're mad about something, that's misalignment. When you're sad, your soul is basically saying two things. It's saying, A, I'm tired of playing this character, like, this isn't fair what you're doing to me, I don't like doing this. Or it's saying, like, B, like, if you're, like, really depressed, it's like, hey, like, I need rest, I need a switch up. Which is basically referring back to the first reason. When you're sad, your soul is speaking to you, I'm tired of doing this, it's not making me happy, it's not giving us justice. Okay? When you're mad, your soul is saying, this is not fair what is being done to me, this is not right to us, we need to switch it. Whether that be people, situations, environments, I don't care. Like I said in other episodes, you step. If you're not being treated right, you step. Because if someone crosses your boundaries once, they will cross it again. Don't feel bad for nobody, okay? Because are people sitting here feeling bad for you like, oh, you know, they have a rough life or they have trauma or this and that? No. People always do what they want and they seem to always get what they want. Why is that? Because they're putting themselves first. The universe has no moral compass, and basically what I'm going to teach you guys in this episode is how to put yourself first, because when you do that, my loves, that is when you start attracting abundance like that, and you finally start living your dream life. Because life is too short. Like I said, you don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow, and you deserve to give yourself justice, equality, fairness. What you are asking for, it is because you deserve it. It is because you bring that to the table. If you give people in situations your best effort, basic respect, and above and beyond, babe, why are you settling at the floor? Or below the floor? Hell. Why are you settling in hell? You're settling because deep down you're thinking, oh, I'm not worthy of things. I'm lucky to get breadcrumbs. I should be. No, we're changing that today. That's why you have been sad and depressed. And that's why you look around at other people and you're like, man, like, why are they getting what they want? I want to live a life of abundance. I want to be happy. So let's switch that beautiful mind of yours. When you put yourself first, the universe mirrors that. Okay? And basically why you feel like you have to settle for breadcrumbs and like, oh, I should be lucky to be getting these things. It's because of your traumas and that's how you grew up. More than likely, you grew up not getting basic respect. You grew up not getting fairness. You're developing, the garage just opened, confirmation. Your developing years are the most important years of your life. That is when your brain is developing and forming. And can you change it later on in life? Yes, absolutely. That's what neuroplasticity is. Neuroplasticity is the rewiring of brain neurons, brain cells, whatever, potato, same thing. It is the rewiring because when you developed as a kid and you were around a certain environment, you soaked it up. So if you were not around basic respect, if you were not around healthy boundaries, guess what? You're attracting people that don't have healthy respect, that don't have healthy boundaries. This stops now. You deserve basic respect and you deserve a life of abundance. You think you're asking for too much. You're not asking for enough. This world out here, it literally has so much abundance. If the world has created millionaires and billionaires and quadrillionaires, babe, you think you're asking for too much for simply wanting what you bring to the table? For example, if you want a healthy, loving relationship, you think that's asking for too much when you bring that to the table? If you're asking for a job or a career to pour into you as much as you pour into it, you think you're asking for too much? No, you're not asking for enough. And what I'm going to teach you today is how to stop that, how to stop the old traumas and limiting beliefs, and finally get what you deserve. You came here to earth to live a life of joy and abundance and pleasure and get everything you deserve in life. So that's what you're going to get. Okay? Let's start with people. This is going to save you so much time. And I don't know if you've experienced this in the past. Have you ever experienced just like a friendship, relationship, work relationship, whatever the fuck, where they did toxic things, and you stayed because you doubted yourself. But then later on, when you finally decided to leave, you were like, man, I saw the signs in the beginning. Why did I stay? Because you doubted yourself. This video is going to be an all-in-one, okay? It's going to teach you how to listen to your soul so that way you can listen to the signs, become very intuitive, and get out of places that aren't meant for you like that. Not spend 2 or 5 years at a relationship that is draining you, or 2 or 5 years in a job or a career that is draining you, that is not aligned for you. Life is too short. So buckle up because you're literally going to be projected onto your dream life today. No more you're going to suffer. Absolutely not. Life is too short. Not on my watch. Okay, so back to the people. Listen to your gut. This is how you listen to your gut. If you're around a friend or a potential relationship, which stop making everything about relationships, but we'll get to that. And let's say you get they just do some fuck shit, dude, or they do some weird shit, and you get a weird feeling in your tummy, and you're like, I didn't like that. Listen to it. Your soul is all knowing. It comes directly from God or the universe, whatever you call it. Your soul is wisdom and all knowing. If you ever get a weird feeling in your tummy after interacting with someone, that is your soul saying something's not right here. Clock it, observe, move on. Okay? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying make a rash decision in a day, but clock it, be like, that was weird. Observe. Okay? In certain situations, like if someone lacks basic respect, don't observe and stay there. Move the fuck on, okay? Because basic respect cannot be taught. If you not only, my love, I know you. You're a beautiful soul. You sit here and you look in people's eyes and you treat people like the wonderful gifts that they are, like they're literally stardust, because we all are stardust. We have the same particles in our DNA that is found in stardust. Fact, scientific fact. You have the same atoms in your DNA that you have, that stardust has, and that is found in the stars. You come from God or the universe, whatever you call it. Different name, same game. If you sit here, and that is something that I'm saying should never ever be tolerated, clock it, ghost people. Don't feel bad about ghosting nobody, okay? Because at the end of the day, you would have never done what a lot of people do. So that's step 1 into stepping into your dream life. Someone doesn't even give you basic respect, whether that's friendship, relationship, job, ghost, move the fuck on. Because you're such a beautiful soul. Do people have to ask you for basic respect, or are you emotionally intelligent enough to know that whoever you interact with is worthy of that? You have that emotional intelligence, so you require that emotional intelligence. So that way, when you vibrate on this frequency, you will attract situations on the same frequency. Have you ever heard the sayings like, we're on the same wavelength, your vibe attracts your tribe? These are cutesy little sayings to remind you, just pack it full of wisdom and science. And a cutesy little saying, okay? So it's like, to immediately start attracting what's meant for you, stop settling. You might say, how do I know if I'm settling? Because you're depressed and miserable and stressed and mad. If your soul was happy and fulfilled, that means you're not settling, right? Stop settling. When a situation shows you once, or a person shows you once how they're going to act or how it's about, you step. Because you know what you are meant for. You are a king or a queen, therefore you need king and queen standards. As soon as you start operating like that and stop operating from lack, when you're like, oh no, I don't deserve basic decency. Guess what? I deserve even more. I deserve to be treated like royalty because that is what I am. I am a god or a goddess, so I am going to get that treatment. As soon as you start thinking that and brainwashing yourself that way, the universe acts like a mirror, okay? Scientific fact, energies, frequency. It runs off of frequencies. Fact, look it up. As soon as you start thinking a certain way, the universe is going to be like, oh, they have certain standards. Give it to them. The universe has no moral compass, and I'm going to prove this. Have you ever seen or been around a bunch of narcissists or evil people in the world, and you're like, how do they always get what they want? They think they are worthy of it. I think, therefore I am. Famous philosopher. Pretty sure you've heard that before. What your mind thinks is what you attract. Another way I'm going to back this up. Have you ever heard, it's an example. It's like, oh, you buy a red car, you're looking for a red car. And all of a sudden, you start seeing them all over the place. Why do you start seeing them? Where did that come from? It first came from your mind. Your mind is a very powerful thing. Okay, there are a lot of warriors and soldiers that have said this as well, where it's like the human body can survive on very little, but if you feed the mind the right things, oh, it can survive. It's the mind you have to worry about. And we all know this if you've suffered from mental illness or people that have suffered from it. The mind is a very beautiful and a very dangerous thing. Okay, a very powerful thing. So it's like whatever you're feeding your mind, the human body, and I've experienced this as well in the past, it's like it can survive on very little, actually. But your brain, that's the powerhouse right there. All of the greatest inventions in history have come from what? The brain. You are infinite knowledge. Act like it. You want certain standards in life, you can't get those with you treating yourself down here, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to accept breadcrumbs, and I'm going to excuse people who treat me bad or excuse situations. Fuck no, babe. That's why you're not living your dream life. You have to give yourself these standards and say, I'm only going to accept this. I'm abundant. I'm a creation from God. I think, therefore I am. Well, that's a fact. You are a creation of God or the universe. You think he wants his children to be unhappy? No. He or God, whatever, the universe, they want you to succeed. They are on your team. Your spirit guides, everything. They're literally like, bro, you're my child. I want you to have everything in this life. You're the only thing holding yourself back. And as soon as you realize that, you're going to be like, fuck. You're going to be like, bro, I was tweaking. What was I doing? But it's think about it. Your soul knows what you want. Because have you ever gotten out of a relationship or a bad job or a bad friendship and you're like, man, I saw red flags from the start? You would have saved all that time if you would have listened to your soul. If you would have been like, no, I'm not with that. That doesn't align with me. When your gut, that's saying, listen to your gut. Your gut is your intuition, okay? That saying, listen to your gut. Your gut knows so much. Your gut knows so much that you don't know. Clock it. Okay? That is how you will save a lot of time in this life. Tomorrow is not promised. You do not deserve to be in trash situations, whether that be jobs, whatever, relationships, or not doing what makes you happy. You guys, life is very simple. It may not be easy at times, but it's simple. And I'm going to tell you how. Let's say whatever dream you have, whether that's being an athlete, an artist, a teacher, an inventor, whatever you want to be. I don't know. You know. And it's that one thing you're scared of doing. It's that one thing you're like, oh my God, like, what are people going to think? My love, we're on a floating rock. You don't know if you're going to die in the next hour. If you don't go do what makes you happy, and guess what? The people that are going to laugh at you and talk about you, it's the same people that are sitting on their couch, living a miserable life in miserable relationships. Why are you going to care about normies? About what miserable people think? You're a rock star. You're the chosen one. Confirmation, get out my face. You're the chosen one. Have you ever wondered why ever since you were a kid, you have always just thought so differently and you feel like you don't belong anywhere? My love, it's because you're not supposed to belong anywhere. You are so special and you have this awakened force inside of you. You are supposed to do great things in this life. And with greatness does not come easiness. It becomes easy and simple once you just let go and you start being yourself. The biggest justice you can do to yourself in this life is be yourself. Don't dilute yourself. Don't water yourself down to fit people. Because I promise you, at whatever age you transition to death, because energy is neither created nor destroyed, it is transferred. At whatever age you do transition, you're going to look back in your life and you're going to be like, fuck, dude, why didn't I do what made me happy? Because I was thinking about other people. Excuse me? And it's like, you are greatness. You are destined for so many more bigger things. That is why a normal life is not working for you. That is why you do not fit into a normal life. The universe is literally rejecting and redirecting you because it's like, babe, wake up. It's like you're meant for bigger things. You're meant to be a trailblazer. That is why you do not fit in normal situations. Perspective. Look at it as a blessing. You're not fitting in because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to carve your own path. Show people that you can do whatever you want. Show people that they do not need to settle for a life of mediocrity. You are great. What are you going to settle for? Or not what you're going to settle for. What are you going to get? Great. And I lost my train of thought. But like we were talking about earlier. Okay. How I was saying, life can be very simple once you realize this thing. Are you ready? Let's say you want to be, I don't know, an athlete, right? Life is kind of like a video game, if you haven't noticed. You want to be a lawyer, what do? You go to law school, you take the bar exam, you do this and that. You want to be a doctor, what do? You want to be an athlete, what do? You wake up early, you practice, you sacrifice, you have discipline. You have all of these things, right? And when I say life is like a video game, it's very simple. Once you realize that, you can do anything you want in life. Just like a video game, like let's say you want to be a doctor in a video game, you have to surpass certain levels and boom, you're a doctor. You just have to do the things. Like in a video game, it's like, oh, if I want to be a doctor, I'm going to do practice surgeries. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go to school for 8 years. Whatever it is, but just like a video game, you have to surpass certain things to get to that. And do you see what's the cool thing about life and what makes it so abundant? And it's literally in your control. It's in your hands. You can do whatever you want. Now, what makes life simple, but not necessarily easy all the time, what makes it so simple and so cool is that you're like, oh, if I do these things, I'm going to get to here, But obviously, at times, is it easy? Is it easy to get out of bed? No, not always. Is it easy to get up and work out? If you want to be an athlete, is it easy to work out for like 3 hours a day and have a strict, disciplined eating routine and train your body a certain way? Is that easy? No, but it's simple. Just like other things, whether you want to be, I don't know, a scientist or I don't know, just all these random things. And that's the cool thing about life is like there are no rules. Let yourself break free. You have the power. You can control life however way you want it. Now, are we all dealt with a different hand of cards? Absolutely, for sure. But this is why you're the chosen one. Because the universe chose you to say, you know what? I don't have like all the cards I need, but I'm going to make magic with it. I'm going to make something of it. Think about the greatest people in history that have done great things, right? And all these movies where they make like the protagonist, like Harry Potter. Don't get me started. Let's talk about Alexander Hamilton. Immigrant, moved in with his brother committed suicide, left him with something new inside. Wait, left him with ruin pride, something new inside. He came from nothing. Alexander Hamilton came from nothing. And what did he leave us with? A legacy. It's planting seeds you never get to see. But he made a legacy. And that's the thing. Did he have because I know a lot of you might be like, oh, some people have a rich mommy and daddy to help fund them. You don't need that. Did he have a rich mommy and daddy? No, he didn't have one. Not anymore. But seriously, you don't need certain things, but what you do need is the most powerful tool for you to unlock that no one can ever take away from you. Your mind. And once you learn how to unlock that, you're unstoppable. You stop attracting situations that are full of lack and self-doubt, and situations that doubt you or don't trust you or don't fully love you. Again, this is all in one, whether situations be work, business, friendship, romantic, whatever. Because why you're attracting these unfulfilling situations is because you're unfulfilled on the inside, my love. The universe vibrates off a frequency. Again, you are thinking like, oh, deep down, you're like, oh, like I'm not worthy of stuff. I should just get breadcrumbs. So the universe is giving you breadcrumbs. And then you're like, why am I getting breadcrumbs? Because deep down, you're still thinking that is all you deserve. Absolutely not. The injustice stops today. You are more powerful and more intelligent and more capable of doing anything than you give yourself credit for. Take a look back at your life. Take a look back at all of the challenges you have surpassed in moments of difficulty where any regular person, and my love, another fact that you are the chosen one, you are so powerful. Look back at your life. All of the messed up things you have gone through, oh, a normal person would have folded. They would have been TK out the game a long time ago. You're still here. You're still kicking. The universe is not done with you yet because you are meant for greatness. Now it is up to you. Are you going to take what's yours, and are you going to step up to the plate? And it is so easy. Once you just realize your power, it all starts with within. As within, so without. As soon as you realize this on the inside, as soon as you say, hey, I have these dreams for a vision or for a reason. I have these visions for a reason. I'm thinking of these things because I'm supposed to have them. As soon as you start thinking that on the inside and you start doing things reflecting that, where you stop settling in life with situations, with people, with mediocrity, it starts to reflect on the outside. The universe says, oh, self-worth, self-worth. You think abundance, the universe goes, abundance, abundance. It has no moral compass. Now, don't get me wrong, karma is real because there have been a lot of people that have done messed up things and I've seen their life just like go so bad. So, but when I say the universe has no moral compass, again, when a lot of like evil people or narcissists always get what they want because they're always thinking, I deserve better, I deserve more, I deserve everything. The universe goes, everything, more, better. Start talking to yourself differently. Start treating yourself differently. And you're going to see a whole new world. The universe wants to see you win, okay? You're its child, you're its baby. It wants to root you on. It is rooting you on and giving you all of these things, but it starts with you. It's time to wake up. You have to wake up. Because the longer you stay in situations that are not meant for you, the longer you're delaying your dream life. And my love, I have traveled the US far and wide, and I've met a lot of people, and this is one lesson I want you to take away. So many people have told me, and this usually comes from a lot of older people, where I met a lot of older people. They're telling me about their life and this and that. And they're like, man, live it up, do what you want. Because I didn't even get to do what I wanted. And I'm like, you didn't get to do what you wanted? Why? And they're like, 70 or so. And I'm like, why? And usually their reasons were either they were too scared, they cared about what others thought. And I was like, oh, you poor thing. I made sure I partied with them. I gave them some life. But don't you dare. This life is too short for you to sit here and worry about other people, my love. Absolutely not. You have suffered many, many years of injustice and unfairness. This stops now. Your soul talks to you through your feelings. This is a spiritual fact, okay? When you're sad, your soul is saying, like, I'm tired of playing this character. This isn't us. Think about child you. Would you let child you suffer in a life of sadness, hurt, anger? Absolutely fucking not. It's time for you to rescue yourself, because when you do that, the universe follows suit. It goes, oh, this person isn't playing. You better give them what they want. Life is too short for you to be worried about other people. Stop worrying about lames. Stop worrying about normies. You're different because you're supposed to be different. You have a different path meant for you. You are designed for greatness, and you are designed for big things that a lot of normal people don't understand. That's why you feel very misunderstood by the world. I see you. I know you. You feel very misunderstood. You feel like you don't belong anywhere, but that's your golden ticket. That's what you're not seeing. That is literally your golden ticket to abundance and living your dream life. Because of course, my love, normal people that have always been too scared to take the risk and miserable in life and relationships, why on earth would they understand your golden abundant soul? They don't understand that because they're still living in lack. And that's another thing. Don't be telling people your visions or dreams, because they're just going to like water it down and be like, oh, you're crazy. You're weird. You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't think about that. What would you know? You're miserable in life. You're awakened. It's time to go get that life that is rightfully yours. And it starts with you. I promise you. Once you start thinking and truly believing that you're worthy, and stop settling for stuff, I'm telling you, I don't care who it is. If anyone treats you bad, you step. Because something I have learned in life, if they did it once, they will do it again. I have learned this. And guess what? Now I'm so wise, I see shit from a mile away. I hang out with someone for a day and I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Not going to let them in my energy field. Not going to let them pursue a relationship with me. Because now I have gotten to the point where I see it a mile away. But I'm telling you this wisdom so you don't waste time or waste your energy. Your energy is very sacred. You come from God, therefore you are a god or goddess. Why are you hanging around bums? Why are you hanging around people that disrespect you? Because deep down you're thinking, oh, it's what I deserve. Absolutely not. I don't care what it is. Let me tell you something right now. I don't care if you have a job and you're thinking, oh, I need this job. Someone there disrespects you, and it's something to stand up for yourself and say, no, I don't like that. You can't talk to me that way. No, I'm not going to do that. But if they do it again, you step. You're a god or a goddess. Why are you settling for disrespect? Absolutely not. Just like a relationship. You say your boundaries once. You say, I don't like this. I'm not okay with this. They do it again. My love, they're basically saying, yeah, I don't care what you say. I'm stepping over you like a rug. Save yourself the time. You're a god or goddess. Why are you settling? I promise you, the second you start getting all of the dust out of your way, whether it's people, friends, whatever, friends make fun of you. They're not your friends. Get them out of your way. They're stopping you or halting. What's the word I'm looking for? Delaying your abundance coming in. Delaying the friends that are meant for you. The job that you hate, that you're miserable with, that is delaying the job that you're meant to have or career. Whatever it is. If you're miserable somewhere, that is your soul yelling at you saying, we have to get out. We have to do some steps to get out of this. Okay? So welcome, get ready, because you're about to be projected so fast. It all starts with you. You deserve more. You're worthy for more. Start thinking like it and start acting like it so the universe can start giving it to you. La. That's all I had. I was so fired up. But you guys just need to know this. Life is too damn short. I don't want to see you spending another day in somewhere that is not aligned for you, whether it's a job, relationship, I don't care. If someone treats you bad, you step. The universe will give you something much more better and abundant. I promise. And just start doing things that make you happy. You don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow. You owe it to your soul. I love you. I'll see you next time. Act like the god and goddess you are so other people can treat you like it.